Hey guys, Sam here, and this is my full review of my 42 Apple Watch stainless steel with black sport band. So for starters, I would like to say that the Apple Watch is a extension of your iPhone. So it allows you to basically extend everything that happens on your iPhone onto your wrist and gives you glances of everything. The reason I say glance is because right now you're only able to reply to you could answer calls, okay, which is a good thing. You can reply to text messages and iMessages using Siri, but with most of the other applications you're only able to view the notifications and not actually reply to them, such as Skype and WhatsApp. I'm not sure if that's due to Apple or because the applications have not uh, integrated support for the Apple Watch yet. So it's one or the other, but it definitely lacks that, and I think that's a pretty important point that everybody needs. You want to be able to reply to other application notifications as well, as many of us use WhatsApp, Skype, and other applications. So the startup process is very much simple. All you have to do is power on the device, launch the Apple Watch app on your iPhone, and simply point the camera like so onto the Apple Watch, and the pairing happens. And the initial setup process, takes about, I would say, 5 minutes to complete. Once that's done, you can start customizing the Apple Watch. So in order to change the Apple Watch faces, all you have to do is press and hold, and then you can scroll to through the 7, 8, or maybe I think about 10 Apple Watch faces, different ones for different purposes. However, you could customize them, so you could select what kind of information you would like to display on the corners or where the windows are available. In overall, there's 4 to 5 different spots per Apple Watch face where you can select different types of information. For example, modular has 5, so you can select anything from sunset to moon, from weather to Apple stock, or whatever information that you have enabled on here. And you can select it in any of the windows. You're not limited to just selecting in one or the other. So any information that's available here, you could also set it over here and switch things around as you like. You also have a wide range of color options, so you can select it to be any color option you like. All you have to do is just scroll around. As you can see right here, there's 1 and 2 different dots. So you just got to go to the color one, and that's available for each watch face that you have. And it shows you different options on where you could change the color. So for example, this one, we could change the color for pretty much the whole watch face, while on others you could only change the dial and whatnot. So once you have selected your favorite color, I'm going to set it back to red. All you got to do is press the crown and you're good to go, and then just touch in the middle, and now you're set. So I really like the fact that I have all this information on my wrist, and I don't have to pull out my iPhone to see any of this information. The other thing I like about the Apple Watch is it reminds you to stand up every 1 hour for even 1 minute, and also gives you daily your goals or your glances at your hourly or 4 hour progress so far for the day. So if you're into the fitness, then you could definitely get motivated by the Apple Watch, I would say. And this is my first smartwatch, and the reason this is my first smartwatch is because all the other watches have been so far for Android, and I don't really use Android phones. Not to say that Android phones are bad, but it's just you can't really use an Android watch, Android smartwatch with your iPhone and expect full functionality. It's just not going to happen, at least not yet. Maybe in the near future, as Google has plans to release compatibility somehow. So if and when they do, I think it'll be good. It'll give us more options, and I'm sure there's a lot of improvements that Apple has in plans for the next edition. But this one, I must say that they definitely hit it, right on with everything. There are a couple things that I noticed. The Apple Watch sometimes tends to freeze or fails to update. Like for example, in the morning, if I have, hold on, let's set it up here. I usually have time zone here, and I noticed that when I wake up in the morning, sometimes it won't say today, it'll say yesterday, even though it says 1:28 a.m., 14 hours behind from this time right here. It'll just say yesterday rather than today, so it doesn't update. I don't know why it does that. And also I noticed that the Apple Watch struggles to, so what I do at night is I put it into power reserve mode, and when I wake up I press the button again and it wakes up. But the problem is sometimes it doesn't come out of the do not disturb mode. I don't know why that is. So I've had to restart it. I haven't really had time to test other things as to why, but what I had done is every day pretty much, I would restart. I would press and hold the second button right here and power off in order to, and then power it back on, and then the do not disturb mode would go off. And turning in the do not disturb mode on and off right here would make no difference on the Apple Watch, because once I do this and then I would bring it down, the do not disturb mode would stay there. But these are cosmetic things in a way, like these are software issues, and I'm sure Apple will improve and fix these issues, as this is the first version of the Apple Watch. This is version 1.0, so I'm sure in the future Apple will refine these changes and make it better. Let's see what else. So again, the Apple Watch is not a standalone device. You have to have your iPhone within range, or at least accessible most of the time, in order to make your Apple Watch truly useful. So there are a few things that I want to talk about on the Apple Watch app. So what you can do is, so there's a few things you could do here. You have the option of setting to up to 12 friends. Let's see. So you have the App Store, where you can see different app stores. On the Apple Watch, you can set the App Store to show up on there, or I like using it on my iPhone. It's just bigger screen, gives me more options to see things. Using workflow for app, the workflow app is actually very useful, given that you have set it up properly. In order to enable Apple Pay, you need to make sure that you have a passcode set. That's pretty useful most of the time, but I find that when I take the Apple Watch off and I want to use, I'm just doing things on it, becomes very difficult, because the lock will keep going on, as there's no way to change the amount of time that it times out in. So that can get really annoying at times. For notifications, so you have options of mimicking everything on your, or mirroring everything on your iPhone onto your Apple Watch. That's the way I like it. The reason I like it that way is because it just makes things a lot simpler. So if you have notifications for certain things turned off on your iPhone, I don't want them showing up on my Apple Watch, because that'll just be annoying. So I have the same settings set up over there as I do have over here. Glances, oh yes, okay, so this is where you could select basically this screen right here. So to access glance is menu, you have to slide from the bottom, and then the first option is the Bluetooth. This is basically the control panel. Then you have your music on the second. You could start playing music from your iPhone from here, which is pretty cool. And you could change the music, the volume of your music, by basically turning the digital crown. And as you can see right here, which is pretty cool as well, you can change the music from your Apple Watch on your iPhone, and the volume. We have the heart rate, with the battery reserve. So these are called glances. So in order to organize the glances in different preference, so all you have to do is move things around. So I want to move the battery and things like that. So these are the only ones I have here. I'm going to actually move workflow up. So I do a couple of tweets with the workflow. I find it really easy. You don't have to type it. All you do is click and it tweets for me. So the application is very useful. As you can see, the stocks. Overall, the Apple Watch provides you with all the information pretty much when it comes to notifications and quick things like weather and things like that right on your wrist. The only thing is, being the first version of the Apple Watch, it's a little bit slow compared to what the iPhone is. The iPhone is pretty much instant. And the Apple Watch, I'm sure it will improve in the next generation, but in the first generation it's a little bit slow. I'm not sure like if everybody can deal with that. And also many people that don't wear watches often, I'm not sure if they'd want to use an Apple Watch, because at times it does get irritating being on your wrist. It's just there. And the other thing, okay, so the battery life. Now battery life is I would say it lasts a full day. So I usually get up at 7, put on the watch, and I can usually make it till about 10, 11, maybe even 12 o'clock at night, depending on how much activity or how many times I turn on the screen on the Apple Watch. One day I ran out of battery by about 8 o'clock, and that day it was because I used the screen a lot. I kept on looking at notifications. I kept on turning on the screen. Almost every single second I got the notification, or on every notification that I got, I would quickly turn on the screen and then interact with it. And I also have the brightness on max. I've had it on max since day one. I'm sure it would be a little bit more longer if I used a little bit less. And do keep in mind that this is another thing that you have to charge. So if you have a MacBook, iPad, and iPhone, and now the Apple Watch, for some people it might be 2 to 3 devices that they have to charge every day. So that can also become a little bit of a pain. I do wish that Apple had made a battery of at least 5 days. I know it's asking a little bit too much, but 5 days would have been amazing. But then I'm sure we wouldn't have gotten this design or this thickness and things like that. But 5 days would be a game changer for the Apple Watch. I think that much battery is really needed. Having to charge it every day, or looking at this battery marker right here, or the battery meter, and wondering when it's going to run out at times, is not a pleasure to use. So in that case, I wish the battery was a little bit longer. And do I recommend the Apple Watch? I do recommend it, because the only reason I would recommend the Apple Watch is if you have an iPhone. If you don't have an iPhone, obviously the Apple Watch is useless to you. So we can't recommend it, regardless how beautiful it may look, or whatever color you could get it in, gold or rose gold, or space black, or regardless of all that. If you don't have an iPhone, then the Apple Watch is useless. You're best off just getting something that's more compatible with your device. And also, you have to keep in mind, do you want to wear something on your wrist all day long and all the time? Then that's another something to consider. I would probably be cutting down my usage on the Apple Watch, because I just don't really think I want to have something on my wrist all day long every day, and also having to deal with charging it every single day. I'll probably be using it on only when I go out of the house, and unless I'm working on something where I don't want to have my iPhone in my pocket. Only those times I would be using the Apple Watch. I don't think I'll be keeping it on my wrist every single day, all day, just for the sake of having an Apple Watch. So I made another video showing you guys how to connect the Bluetooth headset to your Apple Watch, and also how to transfer music. So do check out those videos. They'll be posted soon. And that's really it with this Apple Watch. Okay, so one other thing actually I wanted to mention, the Sports Black band. So far I've been using it. I did want to get the leather one. I'm still most likely going to get the leather one, the leather buckle, because I think that'll just be better than this rubbery. Even though it feels very comfortable, I don't have any issues. It does not irritate my skin in any way. I've used it in water, and I've used it outside. So far, the black sports band has held up pretty good and does not show any kind of wear or any other defects in it, or that has not caused me any discomfort so far. So I would recommend the black sports band, but I think many people might want to try out the leather buckle. So these are two definite options besides the stainless steel ones, or I think those are the Link bracelets. So besides those, it's a very good option. The Link bracelets are very, very expensive. I don't think I'll be buying one of those. As much as I want one, I will not be buying it. I will wait till third-party options are available that are more affordable, in line with cheaper brands. I mean, I have a beautiful Fossil watch. I love the Link bracelet on it. I wish I could transfer it over. I can. I know that there's some options that are coming on the market, but I'll wait till the prices are a little bit more reasonable before I attach one of those onto this. And I just want to show you guys how to remove the sports band or any other band that you have with your Apple Watch. You simply press and hold this button right here and just swipe out. And one of the things I noticed is that other people have mentioned it before as well. You want to make sure that you double check your Apple Watch band, because sometimes for some people it's not clicking. So you want to make sure it's clicked in and it's not going to fall out at any time. So that's my review of the Apple Watch stainless steel 42mm with the Apple Sports Black Band. And I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed my review. If I missed something that you guys want me to cover, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to cover it for you and go over the details and make tutorials of any other kind besides how to transfer music and connect Bluetooth, because I felt like that was very important. And despite being simple, I felt like it was important and people should know how to do that. Lastly, the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi on the Apple Watch connects automatically. In order for the Apple Watch to connect to the Wi-Fi network, you need to make sure that you have connected to that network from your iPhone, because you use the same credentials from your iPhone and the same network name, and it connects to the iPhone. The reason I'm going to show you is right here. So my iPhone is connected. It's not connected. Okay, so let's connect it through Wi-Fi. There we go. And I'm going to turn off Bluetooth. Oh, I turned off Wi-Fi, sorry. Let me turn off Bluetooth, there we go. Okay, so my phone is connected. And my Apple Watch is still connected. So as you can see, it's now running on Wi-Fi rather than Bluetooth. So that's about it, guys. I hope, again, you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry my review is not exactly planned out, but the fact that everything is there, I hope. Please rate, comment, and subscribe.